Have mine plugged in then.
Beep boop.
What?
Stop. We're recording.
We're recording. Nice.
Do you want a sandwich?
I do want a sandwich, yes.
How fast can you get in it? Go on, take a bite of it.
No, I'm not gonna.
Wait, what?
What? Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
Nick.
speak normally.
So I thought Piranha double the D, double the action was actually fairly boring for the amount of stuff that they wanted to put into it.
Tell you what though, it's the only film that we've watched that actually seems less time than we were in.
That was a really quick film, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was like an hour and 20. I looked it up.
It felt like
It felt
like a
like
45
under an
minute.
hour, yeah.
Yeah, like a 45 minute. Who?
Why am I always fucking got? I'll do a fucking ASMR stream then. Come on.
Put your mouth around the mic. Just swallow it. Swallow it whole.
What?
So anyone listening on YouTube, Nick is screaming at us. I don't know. I think it's the middle one.
No. Yeah, it is the middle one.
So any of the
It is
viewers
middle one,
listening,
'cause
we're
you're-
currently communicating
You're
to
on
Nick
the left, Adam's on the right.
through a soundproof wall. So he's screaming.
Turn the mic on, yeah?
We can barely hear him.
Okay, well, I'll.
Oh, that's better. I can hear you. a bit better.
Hello? Yeah, okay, there you go. It's fine.
How-
then.
how are we-
so you
how
just
we
didn't
doing
turn
now?
on the mic.
Okay, back
Okay.
to what we're talking about. Would you like a bite of a sandwich?
I do want to bite with a sandwich.
Because there's
yes.
nothing he can do. He has
However,
to check the levels while we do this.
I assume he hasn't turned on like your mic because I can't hear you now.
Can you not hear me?
No.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I'm a
I'll-
bit quiet, but maybe am I being?
What the fuck is this weird tinny sound? Also the mic
I thought
smell
it got
really
really-
weird as well.
Ooh, they smell like new carpet. What do you mean? I don't know.
That's our job.
Have you turned
we're
on
not getting
our
paid
microphone?
for.
All the mics are on, it's recording.
Yeah.
Whenever Jack speaks, just normally, it peaks to fuck, even when I turn the mic down. And
Okay.
when you speak, it's like at -12.
Oh.
Jack, can you speak?
Hey. Wait, that's probably why then, because we can't hear. Oh my god, why is the studio so far?
Because they got cool retro buttons. Look, I don't think you've left the mics on, to be honest.
Yeah, they are. They're on.
Mine sounds really off now. Like I can't hear myself.
Yeah. I mean, I can hear myself, but maybe it's because mine's really, really loud. So that's the only reason why we can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't hear you now. Wait, so there is a push to talk then?
Yeah, I used it.
See, See, that doesn't really work for me, because, like, that means that I should be this distance from the mic, which I feel is very, very close, but because my hands are very small, I can't suitably measure. Hello.
I'm eating a sandwich.
I'm really glad Nick is eating the sandwich. Okay, I really want to order a Domino's later. I'm really hoping people are on board. I mean, to be honest, Adam, we can just get one ourselves. But okay, we could probably just get one ourselves. Nick, talk.
I'm eating a sandwich. It's really tasty. With chicken mayo with some spinach and some lettuce in it from Greg's.
Is that spinach?
In a baguette. It's real good.
I'm really glad this is turning into a mukbang radio show.
Yeah. I just finished my bite, so now you can do my normal levels. Am I good? Are my normal levels good? Yeah? So, Piranha 3 Double D, obviously, Christopher Lloyd, Ving Rhames, my mum, my dad, my brother, my dick, got eaten off by a piranha.
Yeah, I feel that should have been the title for the film. Was just my dick got eaten off by a piranha.
wrong with your vagina?
I took another bite of my sandwich, can you hear?
I can vaguely hear you.
Your turn, Jack.
I
Go
can-
check the level again.
Why do I need to go check the levels again?
Because I can't check my own level. I think I sound fine right now.
Yeah, I think.
So I'm
you
going to have to
do.
put on this slower voice because otherwise it does that tinny thing. Whatever you do, don't touch any of the knobs. Just give us the heads up or thumbs up. As
Don't
it were.
touch my knob, Jack.
Jack. I can't sing that. That's rude.
What?
I can't sing Jack the Knob Toucher. It's rude. It's crude, and it's not safe for YouTube editing.
What? Use the talk back, you nonce.
No, you just have to scream into the glass, and eventually we'll hear it.
Hello? I'm speaking now, but I'm still got a mouthful of sandwich.
What's up, Jack? Hello there. Can you hear me? I'm talking like this. How about this?
Oh, my ears!
Thank God you had the talk back on, because if that wasn't on, I would have deafened myself. You've actually got notes. I've got notes as well.
I do.
Jack, can you bring my
every week.
Jack, can you bring my bag in? Oh, just my green book in there because it's got my notes in it. Okay, bring the whole fucking bag. One job.
One fucking job.
Where's your notes, Jack? Do you not write cleverly handwritten notes so you can refer back to clever points that you thought about?
I
throughout
seem
the-
to be able to do this on a whim.
Do you know which
pretty
trailers we're doing this week?
well. Avengers.
Godzilla,
I'm so
King of
excited.
Monsters,
I'm actually really excited.
I
for it.
really like the
From
last Godzilla.
from that
Brightburn,
trailer.
and Avengers.
Have you seen all of them?
I haven't.
Good.
For the last trailer for Godzilla, I was like, but
Isn't
after
that-
this
Yeah,
one, I'm
this
like,
one
ooh.
looks really good.
The last, not where they revealed all the monsters that were going to be in it.
Yeah, the one where they
Like
show
the
the
Comic-Con one.
Giganta, whatever.
Where it's just
The big old
Millie
three-headed
Bobby
dragon.
Brown in a radio studio game.
Oh yeah.
And then she does the same thing as Eleven does, and she sits like that and goes. That one.
What?
I'm not going to reenact it for you. However, I will sit like this for the rest of the podcast.
Well, if you do that, can you shove the microphone on your
Jack
crotch?
has his feet over his head in a yoga pose,
I do.
And he's got a huge rip in his trousers.
and he's got a massive cock.
Yeah. It's just
Big
it's,
old
it's
balls.
sticking
Only
out.
one
It's
ball,
just
though.
flopping down.
Listen, he's going to put it on the table.
Hey, dude, I got over testicular cancer, so you better fucking respect my one ball.
All right, Armstrong, go on down.
Are we ready to go then?
I guess.
It's okay to make jokes about
Is
him
it still
'cause he was a
recording?
fraud.
Are we
I
ready
need
to go?
to make sure I didn't actually have rip in my trousers because my other pair does. So
All my other pairs of trousers or jeans have rips in, and I'm so fucking annoyed.
yeah.
So I only realised when I'm in uni, like, oh, it's cold. My balls are out.
Yeah, I mean,
That's why you
my
always wear
balls.
pants.
My balls are never really.
Um,
Do you not ever wear pants?
Sometimes I want to be dangerous. Makes me feel like
Just
an
taking a bit of a
action
why,
risk, really,
why would
isn't
you
it?
ever wear no pants or boxers
When do
when
you
you're
feel-
wearing jeans?
These are super soft jeans. Feel them.
No.
Jack's feeling my leg.
But just the zip
Jack,
on the
oh!
inside.
Oh yeah, I haven't even thought about that. You know, it's never really ever come into my head. I just decide I've never really thought. You know what? I'm gonna live on the edge today and just not wear.
If I follow through, it's over.
Okay,
Oh,
are we
God.
ready to start?
Whose intro is it this week? I think it's
No, I did it last week.
Mine, I think. Back to mine.
back to you. Okay, cool.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Mukbang podcast.
Mukbang.
Go on.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Bargain Bin podcast. I'm Nick.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Jack.
This week we're only reviewing two films, but they're two amazing ones. We're going to be reviewing Piranha 3DD and Super 8.
You sound a bit tinny.
Yeah, I do. I sound super tinny.
So
Can
do
you get
I.
a bit closer to the mic?
Also, are we
Do
not?
I sound-
are we
I
not going to
sound-
bullshit one of our other ones?
I sound super.
I'm not sure we're going
No,
to.
I think it'll be. We can get 45, 50 easily
Yeah. We can get
Okay,
through this.
sure.
because
Just get a
we're
bit
going
closer
to
to the
talk
microphone.
these trailers. We're going to talk a lot about.
I'm just gonna gush about how much I like Godzilla.
Does Does this sound okay now? It still sounds really fucking weird.
Yeah,
and
the thing is though,
echoey and
in
reverby.
there, it sounds fine.
Oh, I tell you what.
That's what I don't understand.
Right. Pause the recording. Run out there. Listen to the last 30 seconds. Then come back in.
As long as it hasn't logged out.
Yeah, you should be fine. Just shake the mouse. So, 3 hands up. Nick, go log in.
Nick capital H123
Don't worry.
secure.
I'll edit
I'll
that one
edit
out
that
of the
one out.
unedited version.
Well,
just
no one knows my student number. It's fine. I don't
156.
know what are they going to do? Go on and submit my essays for me? Ooh.
What if they just write knobs, 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 knobs? Why does the studio sound like tins? Hey Jacko, how's it going in there, my boy?
Why couldn't we just go in the normal one?
Because
There's
they've
lots.
named all the studios one apparently.
Why don't you just book them all out?
I was planning on it, but I couldn't. I don't think I can book
Was
all
it
of them.
fine, Jack?
Yeah, sounds fine.
Okay. Right. We
I mean,
ready?
it was very quiet.
Are you
so-
recording again?
Yes.
Is it quiet?
I mean, no. As in, like the speakers weren't turned up, so I kind of.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Were the bars big?
I mean, relatively. Like,
I mean-
a lot of it was in the red, but it's fine. You can turn that down and play.
I think having that's just going to annoy me, so I might just go without headphones.
Oh, what? Or the tin.
Because, like, having the staticky noise is going to really annoy me.
That's actually fine now. That all. Oh wait, no, my one doesn't sound that great.
No, is it? It's mine. It's mine. Yeah, it's always mine.
Oh, yeah, but it's mine as well.
I'm just going to...
Hello
Can we
there.
just speak without headphones on?
We can speak
Sure.
about
Yeah,
headphones.
I'll
Yeah,
speak
that's
with
fine.
headphones. Yeah.
I just
Okay.
don't
Need to
hope
work
there's no
here.
like in the background of this one.
The only thing is, I do. I might put. Ignore me. Doesn't matter.
Hello, and welcome back to the Bargain Bin podcast. I'm Nick.
I'm Jack.
And I'm at it's all tin.
honestly, take your headphones off because you can go and play it back in there if you
Oh,
want to see
so
whether
I guess it is just headphones.
yeah, I guess so because it sounded fine to me. If
Oh,
you want to go,
could you hear it out loud?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
If you
Because
wanna
we
go-
could hear it as well, and we had tin in it,
oh,
so it must be the headphones.
okay, no,
If you heard it out there and it was fine-
It sounded fine to me, but again, it wasn't very loud. So I don't know whether it's the
Okay.
kind of thing that if you turn up, but I turned up all because it's on the very right hand side bar, and I turned it up to full. So, and I turned the Mac volume up to full. So,
Quick level up.
I mean, if you can find a way to turn it up louder and hear whether it sounds
Go
like
for
fine.
it.
It's not. It's just
Yeah, it probably is just them, to be honest.
Godzilla. Godzilla. Not one of them. Don't say them. That's not what I mean. What do you mean? You're not one of us. Well, that's just confusing. Now I'm getting lost. We'll say N together. We're not saying the N-word. We'll leave off the ER. Not saying it that way, and that is a fact. Not saying the N-word.
Cool. Okay, cool.
Were you recording me singing the
Yeah.
Always Sunny N-word song?
Yeah, yeah.
Great, thanks. Literally uncut.
Do. My headphones are alright if you want to go back and wear them again.
My head. I don't
I can
think
hear your
ours will
phones
be.
though.
Can you? Headphones.
I just
headphones.
heard some beeping there, so I don't know.
Well, it's not going to be mine then, because mine's got Le Silencio.
Mine's Silencio.
Are we ready for
I'm
the
ready.
final
I'm ready.
attempt?
Hello and welcome back to the Bargain Bin podcast on Brayford Radio. I'm Nick.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Jack.
This week we'll be looking at two films. We'll be looking at Piranha 3DD and Super 8, as well as this week's trailers, and we will be playing our trademark game.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Let's dive straight into it with Piranha 3DD.
Nice pun. There's a lot of diving in this film.
Yeah. So last week, if you remember, we reviewed Piranha 3D, and we're back again with the sequel because we found out that there was a returning character in this film.
Vic Rames.
Ving Ray.
Ving
Ving Rames.
Rhames.
I always say his name wrong, but I love him anyway. He's my favourite character. He's the only character in this film because everyone else is just cardboard cutouts of who real people should be.
What, you mean that Christopher Lloyd wasn't either a returning character or someone with an actual personality?
He's just phoning it in, isn't he?
Yeah.
I love Christopher Lloyd, but he's just doing it because, I miss making films.
I mean, it's probably because he ran out of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you remember last week, the plot of the first one was a lake, and there was a spring break on the lake, and then everyone got eaten by piranhas.
Because the guy from Jaws set off an earthquake.
Yeah. In this one, there's a water park near the lake, and the piranhas are pumped into the water park because they want to use cheap water from the lake.
Yeah, it just goes to show, always pay your utility bills.
Yeah. So the piranhas are in a water park, in swimming pools, on slides, just eating people, and it's great.
It is great fun.
It's a gore-fest boob comedy.
I think that's a great way of describing it. IMDb, many of the taglines for this film, it was double the teeth, double the D's, double the danger, which really does sell the entire premise of this film perfectly. The CGI has kind of improved and gone down at the same time.
The
for this film.
CGI has improved from the first one,
In some
but the
areas, I think.
practical effects were nowhere near as good.
No, and I think that's just because we maybe watched them so close together. We were expecting a much bigger leap.
Maybe.
But all in all, I think this film is better than the first one, but I didn't enjoy it as much. I think the aspect or like the heart of the film is lost completely in the second one. There's no charm.
It's
That
like
makes sense.
like they knew in this one more what they were making.
Yeah.
Like the first
Yeah.
one, it was like an actual trying to attempt to make a film, whereas in this one, they were just like, nah,
This
let's
was like a
let's
cast
just
Just
not.
phone it in.
Yeah, exactly, and just make a yeah. Anyway, fun fact about not this film, but the original Piranha from like 1970, whatever it was.
Yeah.
It was directed by Joe Dante, who did the original Gremlins and the sequel as well. but also the first Howling.
Oh gosh.
Throwback to a film that we can never talk about because it
Yeah.
was so dull. Howling 6.
A couple of weeks ago, we were going to talk about a film called Howling 6, but it was so dull we couldn't think of anything to say about it.
All we could talk about was what we talked about during the film, which was emulators,
Which was a
which
very
was much
interesting
more
conversation.
interesting than the film itself because nothing happens in that film.
Mm.
So back to the cast of the film. There are some fairly well-known actors in it. I could take these off. I don't know if that happened to any of you two.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
Suddenly the universe started to implode in my headphones. So any fans of Sky High? Do you remember Sky High?
I remember Sky High.
Yeah.
And if you watch The Flash, the main female lead in this is from there.
Mm.
Oh.
Daniela Panabaker, I guess, there's an A in it. But she played the villain in Sky High.
Oh.
And she's Caitlin Snow in The Flash. And frankly, she's much better in those films than she is in this because she's just a bit like everyone else in this film.
Everyone else in this film. The main big baddie in this film, the owner of the water park, is played by David Koechner, who you might know as Champ from the Anchorman movies, or Todd Packer from the US Office.
The most annoying character in the history of that show.
He always plays kind of similar characters.
Yeah, he's very typecast.
Yeah, and he was typecast as like the rich don't give a don't give a damn owner.
Can you not say rat's ass on radio?
No.
What if it's an American?
We can't say ass, arse, cunt, fuck, shit, bugger, motherfucker, fuck me in the arsehole, lick my clit,
But you
tickle
can-
my bell end.
You can say
my bell.
You can't
can't
fuck
say
me,
any
but
of
you can't
that.
say fuck me in the asshole.
What did she say in this film? There's a line in this film where it just comes out of nowhere.
No, the bit.
Come inside me. That was it.
Oh yeah.
That felt.
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
We can't say come inside me.
But if you say come on in,
Yeah.
that's
The
fine.
water is fine.
Come on in, my pussy.
I
No?
like that.
Just looking around.
There's a big line through that one. No, didn't like that
Cut
one.
this whole section out.
All right, interesting thing. Another interesting thing about like the original two piranhas,
Much better
because
than this one, isn't
yeah,
it?
because it's actually it links together quite well. So one of the directors of Piranha 2, which was the big selling point for the film, like it's on all the posters, is the fact that it's James Cameron who directed it.
Oh.
And it has a much, much worse score than this film.
Really?
Like, it has a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes, 15% on Metacritic, like
Wow.
3.6 on IMDb. Like,
Do you know
these
where he
scores
went
are
wrong with it?
awful.
He didn't include breasts, which is the selling point of this film.
It is.
Quoting a line from the film, "Double D's swim free."
Mm.
Yeah.
I think I realised why this film has such bad scores.
Why?
Because the piranhas are genetically modified flying piranhas.
Oh!
That could be what's referenced in the
Very last scene.
in the very last scene. So earlier on, actually, Christopher Lloyd is said to write a book in this Piranhaverse, which I'm coining the term.
Piranhaverse.
Piranhaverse. I hope they make sequels. Where his book's titled something like
The fish walk.
Fishoids
The
that
fish
can walk.
walk among us.
"Fish Walk Among Us," which I imagine is a reference to that. I know it is a reference to something. It might be that.
Could
Maybe.
it just be the film they... I swear
No, but
that's
it's like
old
an
film,
earlier,
like,
it's
They
like an
Walk
earlier
Among
film in the
Us or something?
franchise. It's a reference to.
Oh, okay.
Like the director wanted the fish to walk at some point in like the original Piranha stuff. It's nice to see Christopher Lloyd back again. It's a shame it's a throwaway thing. I thought he would have a much bigger part in this one.
Well, in the first one, it was just a throwaway thing as well. He's got like a 2-minute scene in
I know,
each
that's
of
what
them.
I thought was because now the piranhas are bigger because at the end of the first one he reveals that these were the baby piranhas.
But then it turns out these are actually smaller ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're back to being babies again.
which disappointed me. I was expecting big like megalodon-sized piranhas.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah, but there would have been 2 in each swimming pool. So there would have been about 4 piranhas.
I guess the bigger you make it, the easier it is to spot and get away from it.
Yeah.
That's true.
But yeah.
One thing that annoyed me about it though is the fact that they never explained how, like, these piranhas, because obviously they didn't kill all of them at the end of the last film. They just did the one explosion, and they did at the end. There's these big piranhas now, but they never explained the fact that throughout the whole year, no one has seen these piranhas, and yet, like,
they suddenly come back.
They then come back again, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Well-
surely you'd completely lock down this lake, because that's the thing. They didn't, did they? People still go like about this lake, even if it's like far away from where all
Yeah.
the resort is and whatever.
That's what's in the opening. Is a two.
Gary Busey
Gary
is
Busey.
in the opening.
Yes, Gary Busey is piranha'd.
He is. He gets
Because he goes
piranha'd.
to the original lake where some of these scenes in the earlier first film happen.
Yeah.
But I guess they kind of get away with it. They say the two big lakes are connected by underground lakes because Todd Packer drills a... Basically, he's stealing water from the lake because he doesn't want to pay for any water, so he digs a big hole
Yeah.
and he finds the
He
underground
like
connecting
pumps,
lakes.
pumps water from the underground lakes where the piranhas have been hibernating, I
and then
guess.
like he just throws them into the swimming pool, which is really weird because this film feels really short, and there's nothing like the piranhas and the breasts, which are the two selling points of these films, really take a back seat. I felt in like they were there, but in the first one it was like, look at them, here they are.
In the first one, it was like, look at them, they're actually part of the plot. In this one, they're there, but they've not really got anything to do with the story.
and it weirdly disappointed me because I felt like that's a selling point of the whole thing. That's
Yeah,
literally
fair
what it's there for, and it's more. Here are these characters who are still, really underdeveloped and have no emotion and just say dumb things. Do you want that instead?
Hell yeah, I want that.
Yeah.
It's like, I like the references. I don't know if these are accidental, but this film is full of references to better films.
I mean, it's always the way, though, isn't it?
It's always the way.
Like the Saw reference, which is towards the beginning of the middle of the film, where the two college students are trapped inside a van, and he gets handcuffed to
That
like
is
a bed.
definitely not a Saw
Yeah, I
reference.
don't think
You
that's
have
a
just
Saw
made
reference.
that leap.
What? That he cuts his hand off.
But
He doesn't cut his hand off. A
The
piranha
bites it
eats
off.
his hand.
Oh, I thought he was cutting his hand off.
No.
Oh, he cuts his hand off and he gets out.
No,
he doesn't
piranha
get out.
bites
They
his
both
hand off so
die.
he can get out, and then they both die.
Ah.
You're just making a giant
But
leap.
can you not see the connection between handcuff to a metal
It's
tail?
got a handcuff. It's Saw.
Have you
Well-
seen any police film ever? There's a reference to Saw.
It's Saw.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, well, that's their leg. Well, I know one of them is his leg. I don't know whether.
First one.
In the first one.
Yeah,
it's
but
like-
as in, like, the two people? Is it both their legs, or is it just one and then the other one's their hand? I thought it was both their legs.
Both their legs,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I thought. Okay, cool. Just making sure that I do know horror films.
You
Leg
do know.
game. You do know your horror films, Jack.
Yeah. Can we just? Oh, I feel like for Halloween we should have just sat for 12 straight hours and just watched classic horror films.
I mean, we did 3 nights in a row of horror films.
Yeah, but wait, which film? Which Exorcist?
Exorcist, Let the Right One In.
Yeah.
And
Great
then,
film.
oh no, I did Friday the 13th and
Oh.
Nightmare on Elm Street, but you weren't there.
Oh,
I wish I could have been there for that.
Sorry,
I
Jack.
wish you could have been there for that, Jack. I wasn't there.
I was about to say, yeah, I don't think
I
you were
don't
there.
You
like
weren't
horror
there.
films.
I was with my other friends.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Oh, crashing realities. It's not just us three. Our worlds don't revolve around each other. The other reference, which is a reference, I hope, is the Slither one, because it's definitely a reference to Slither.
Hopefully. So,
It's literally the same shot.
I mean,
have we reviewed Slither on the podcast?
On the
I think,
award-winning
so.
Bargain Bin podcast on Brayford Radio.
I
Also
think
on
it
YouTube.
it must have been the first one when we reviewed it.
oh, did we do
Yes.
it for?
It wasn't the pilot.
No, we
Oh,
did
wasn't, okay.
Gamer for that one. And
Pontypool.
Pontypool.
Okay, fair enough.
No, I'm sure we've reviewed Slither.
Anyway, yeah, so in Slither there's the famous scene where Slug in the bath is like swimming in between the woman's legs and like tries to bite her in the face. And there's a like shot for shot of that in Piranha 3DD, but it's a piranha in the bath obviously.
And it's pretty good. There's a nice little jump scare, which actually got me, which annoyed me mainly. Because like, I've been had by this film. But that's practical, which you learn in the credits.
Yeah.
It's a practical effect, which I liked. I like it when you resort to actually throwing a large fish at someone's face for a scare. So that won it for me. I like that bit. And that is our James Gunn reference for this film, already in the bag.
And that
Stay
actually-
tuned for the trailer review and there'll be more James Gunn.
Yeah,
More James Gunn all the time, because this is James Gunn's favourite podcast.
it is his favorite podcast.
Confirmed.
Citation needed.
He tweeted us. He's probably going to get in trouble for that in 10 years.
Yeah, probably.
And they hear what you've been saying about the Chinese, Nick.
Not again.
The damn Chinese.
One thing, actually no.
Well, you can't say that about the Chinese, Jack.
Well, I was gonna say.
Oh, we'll cut that out, Jack.
Jeez,
No,
that's not going on
I'll
the
leave,
radio
I'll leave it
version.
for the trailer bit.
Okay. let's talk about the returning character of Ving Rhames.
The best character in
And
this
as we
The best character.
as we mentioned last week, his gun legs.
Gun legs. So
which you can buy online.
you can.
It's like
Oh,
$2
I've got a
grand.
fact about that.
There was only about a 20-minute section in last week's episode of you talking about props buying online.
It was a really interesting website.
The one weird fact I remember from looking up this film is those gun legs were made in one day.
Oh,
Which is a not important fact, but apparently the director was like, let's give him gun legs. And then the prop department was like, what? Okay. Gun legs. So they went off and bought a gun and those like prosthetic legs and just glued the two together.
I like to think that's an actual working gun leg because
Yeah.
they just bought an
They
actual
just bought a
gun.
shotgun.
Fired it into the pool.
So yeah, Ving Rhames re-enters the film. He's been doing therapy to get over his fear of water since he got his legs bit off by the piranhas.
Like piranha
And for
vision.
some reason, to get over it, he comes to the busiest water park in the area on opening day.
Yeah, he's not brought there though. He's brought there by the camera guy from the first film, the one with the gap in his teeth.
Oh yeah,
With
And the sun cream on his nose.
which is weird that he returned and none of the other
because
characters.
he definitely
in the film.
died.
Did
He
he?
What happened to him?
definitely
Yeah,
died.
because he wasn't on the rope bit, was he?
He fell off the rope bit.
I know the woman fell off the rope bit,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because she got.
but I don't like. I remember him being on the boat, then I don't remember him being anywhere else
He's
in that film.
definitely dead.
So,
But
yeah,
anyway, I don't think continuity is a thing to worry about with the Piranha movies.
the Piranhaverse.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, he definitely died then because he didn't
Yeah.
go on the rope and that boat exploded, didn't it?
Oh my god.
But anyway, he somehow magically survives and comes back with Ving Rhames in a wheelchair. And there's this whole like comedy scene where he's going to push him in the water to get him over his fear of water, and they're arguing. And then the piranhas come, and Ving Rhames goes, "Get me my legs."
the best line in this film. Well, one of the two best lines in this film, I think, and it's delivered with such power. I was so excited. I thought this was going to take ages for that bit to appear in the film, but I'm glad he appeared and then it happened. It's so good.
Do you know
was
who
great.
also appears in this film? Actually, I'm going to start that again because you. Anyway, do you know who also? Fuck you. Do you know who also appeared in this film?
No, Jack, please tell me.
It was the one, the only David Hasselhoff.
The
It was.
Hofmeister, yes.
Which
The Hoff himself.
I like how he played himself, how he felt doing this film.
Yeah.
Like just not wanting to do it at all, just sighing like, how far have I fallen?
Although he does have that moment where he's introed with sleeping with two women for no apparent reason. That intro does nothing. It's just,
Except give him an ego boost.
yeah, I reckon he wrote that bit.
Probably.
He plays the piano. It's very strange. I love it. He's got the second best line.
He's in the film because he's like doing the grand opening of the water park. He's there as a special guest, and then he just kind of sits and watches everyone get eaten by piranhas.
Yeah, he's literally just sitting on a lifeguard
tower.
chair, tower thing, and just watches people. I thought that he hadn't realised what was going on, but then no, there's just
he just
shots
knows.
like in front of him of people getting ripped to shreds whilst he's just sitting there, just
But
going like.
I love that he has this weird character arc where he meets a kid called David and is inspired by this kid not knowing who he is to suddenly save him when he's in danger. And it goes into the Baywatch slow motion. I mean, he does a little joke where he's out of breath. But then
Yeah.
he proper goes for it. He runs in, he picks him up and he carries him off. The kid doesn't care. It's really good. I love that bit. It was so... That was like... It's the jumping the shark moment for this film. It's like, yeah, we get it. We know what we're doing with this film. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Although I think the last film had like enough self-awareness to warrant being in a film, and then it also had the actual plot.
This
Whereas
is
this
so
was just
self-aware.
self-aware.
There's no plot. It's
That's what all the reviewers said,
But
and
then-
panned it for it.
since the David Hasselhoff Baywatch scene. From then, the movie just goes into overdrive with crazy stuff. There's I'm not sure whether I can say this, so cut
Let's
it out
find
if I
out.
can't. There's a character who does unspeakable things in the swimming pool and gets a piranha stuck up his bottom, and another character has to pull the piranha out of his bum.
Do you know what the quote is after he says that? Nobody eats daddy's ass. That's not going in.
No.
But my favourite scene from the whole thing is when the owner of the water park sees all the piranhas and he's like, oh God, what have I done? What have I done? He runs into his office, grabs a box full of all the money from the water park.
Probably about $50.
Yeah. He
Two
then
ones.
he
Yeah.
then runs out and starts running towards a golf cart where he's going to get in and try and escape. But he passes a little girl who's like kneeling next to her mum's dead body, and she's crying. And he just looks at the little girl. He's obviously all sad because he knows it's his fault. He just hands her a fistful of dollars and then jumps in the golf cart and tries to drive off. But the golf cart's in reverse and he runs over the little girl. It's insane. And then to make the scene even better, he puts it into first gear and then bombs it in the golf cart into like a line of bunting, a line of flags.
Just a normal line of
Just a
bunting,
normal-
not razor wire.
Not razor
bunting.
wire, just a normal string of flags, and it slices through his neck, and his head goes flying off and lands in between the breasts of one of the swimmers.
It's slow motion.
Slow motion, like these breasts motorboating this severed head. It's something else.
Beautiful.
I
That
forgot
whole
about
scene.
It's-
I forgot about
This
the,
film is
whole-
just set
yeah.
piece after set piece of weird stuff happening like that.
That whole scene is amazing. You look that one up.
It's the best bit. I liked the really obvious foreshadowing of the trident. Like, oh, he can stab things really good, like Aquaman. Hope that comes into play later. And he does, which is good. Now, there's a bit in that, there's like a section in that scene, which I still don't get. And I imagine it was like alluding to like another film that they were going to do. The piranha which is about to eat Mandy, who's Daniela's character, when she's like being drowned at the bottom of the pool.
Yeah.
There's a piranha going for it, and then another one comes along and eats it. That's never brought up again, and it's just kind of like that happened, and then obviously Trident comes down and stabs one of the other piranhas. Why is that never brought up? That's a really cool thing that they're cannibalizing.
Because they mentioned that in the first one.
Yeah, but
they
they
said
don't do
how
anything
have the piranhas survived? They've been eating each other.
Yeah, but the one that ate it was a much bigger one, and I was thinking like, oh,
Maybe it's one of the ones from the end.
yeah, that's what I thought was like. There's only 45. This film felt like it was 45 minutes long. It's like, oh, this is the middle. We're gonna have super piranhas now. No, then it ends, and it's just like, ah.
But the ending scene we can talk about is amazing.
Vaguely remembering it.
Oh, you will remember it. So after you think the day has been saved, everyone's out the water, everyone's alive.
Oh yeah. I remember
The
now.
main character gets a phone call from Christopher Lloyd, the scientist, and he says, "I was right. The piranhas can walk."
And the piranha he's been keeping since the first film has broken out of his little glass cage and walked off, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, we see a piranha kind of flopping onto land with little flippers kind of waddling along. And the kid that David Hasselhoff saved goes up to it to take a photo. And the piranha leaps off the floor into the kid's face and bites the kid's head off. And it's just this shot of this lifeless body of like an 8-year-old with no head and everyone looking at it. And David Hasselhoff is like, silly kid. And then the film ends and it's insane.
To quote Hasselhoff in that section, he looks over from his watchtower and just says, "Little ginger moron."
But I was not expecting them to show a kid's head being bitten off.
I mean, where else can you go after you've had, boobs being eaten by piranhas and piranhas inside places where they shouldn't be eating things that they shouldn't have been eating? That's the only place you can go, really, isn't it? It's just a shame there's not going to be a third one. 'Cause it's
You never
quite
know.
sad. I hope there is. I hope it's just...
This was 2012, so
Oh,
it's
there's-
been six,
there's definitely
7
gonna be-
years.
Make another one because this made no money.
Yeah.
Do you want to know how much it grossed? So it had allegedly a $5 million budget.
Sounds
Dollar.
about right.
Dollar budget, right? So that's extras and hiring out a pool,
Yeah.
whatever. It grossed in the US 376,000.
Oh, that's not good.
However, worldwide.
Worldwide, it made a
Eight.
lot of money worldwide. 8.5 million.
I mean, yeah, that's not that much though. For
Oh,
like
yeah.
for a
That's
That's
like
not-
3
that's not a
million
good-
return.
yeah.
It's not
Which
great.
means that.
So they're never going to make another one of these.
However, there are rumours of there being another one, but it's from what I was reading about it. It's a Japanese director,
Ooh.
and
Oh, It's anime.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not sure whether it's going to be like animated or not.
Imagine the size of them.
Because all of
The piranhas have tentacles.
yeah, because all of the stuff that I could like pictures of the film that I could find obviously was just all concept art. So that would be drawings, whether it's like an actual film or whether it was an animated film. So I can't remember what it was called though, but it's something along.
I hope the mother from the first one returns like Ving Rhames did in this one.
She has gun arms,
She's got gun arms and they combined.
He's got taser arms.
or she's like the woman from. Can't remember what the film is. Fuck.
Don't swear on the radio, Jack.
It's live, Jack.
What's the? Is it like Terra Planet or something?
No idea what you're talking about.
No,
What was your favourite death of the film? Was it Todd Packer's death?
it was. It was the owner of the water park's death.
My favourite death. Oh, you were right.
I was right. It's
Well done,
Terra
it's Terra
Planet, and the main woman.
Oh,
in
she's
there,
the one that's got on one leg. That's a
Yeah,
gun.
she's got.
Oh,
I've seen stuff like that. Yeah, that is pretty cool. My favourite death was basically in the last film. The annoying evil character was some guy called Todd, who basically halfway towards the end of the film just got in a boat and ran over loads of people.
yeah.
In this film, there is a new Todd. Can't remember his name, but he's basically a corrupt cop.
He's a
I think it's
corrupt cop.
Kyle.
Kyle, I think, yeah. And he's the semi-boyfriend of the main character. Like,
Kind
they
of.
were dating, but then they stopped. Anyway, you're supposed to hate him, and you do, because, well, he's just an annoying character. He has the best death in this film, personally, because the trident, which is constantly being foreshadowed for stabbing things, is flung into the air because there's loads of explosions going on. And it comes back down and just skewers him right in the eye. And I don't know why, it's just really satisfying to finally, like, yeah, get done. But yeah, that's my favourite death. What was your favourite death in the film, Jacko?
It's got to be. Is it? Oh, what's his name?
I don't know, Jack. What's name?
Describe him to us.
Describe him in incredible
the
detail.
bald guy who's in the office, not the bald guy, balding guy who's in the office.
You mean the owner of the water park?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the one I described on the golf cart.
Yeah. Wait, did you say that was your favourite death?
Yeah.
Oh, pay attention, Jack. There's only two other
Sorry,
people
Say
in the
for
room.
fuck's sake,
She's
just
in.
agree.
Daniel Panabaker is actually in some other films, so I'm going to talk about that after.
Do me a favour, Jack. Can you just say right now, I agree too, Nick. I like that film. I like that bit in the film.
Adam's
Okay.
editing this week.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I think I agree with Nick, to be honest. I think the owner of the water park dying was probably like the best death in it. It was the most stupid, but at the same time like also
Most entertaining.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Jack. I'm also going to take that bit where you say I agree with Nick and put it after the Chinese bit as well.
Okay, cool. So talking of Danielle Pana, oh fuck's sake.
Stop swearing!
Oh, it's fine.
Give him options to cut!
No. Fuck you, Adam.
I'll make you sound like a racist.
Good.
Racist.
Oh. So talking of Danielle Panabaker, I think that's how you pronounce her name. She's
Carry on.
She's actually also in some other films other than Sky High and, of course, this film, and The Flash, of course. She's in The Crazies, which I don't know. What? Sorry, what? What just happened?
Crazy, no? Okay.
Yeah.
Stop. Collaborate and listen.
I sit back with a brand new invention.
Great. Okay, so she's also in The Crazies, which...
Stop it!
You're editing this?
Yeah, I just never cut it out.
So she's also in The Crazies.
It's fun, isn't it? It's really fun. Let's all do it together on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Jack, you're no fun.
No, because I knew that if I did it, you two wouldn't do it.
We'll do it this time.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
The Crazies, Jack.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, the crazies.
So she is also in The Crazies, which is kind of it's a fairly typical zombie film. However, the only thing I like about it is that normally when you have two different posters, one for like, I don't know, America and one for Europe, they're both normally one of them is normally pretty decent and the other one is normally pretty bad. Or both of them are terrible. There's never two good ones. However, this one does have two pretty good ones. So I obviously, because it's radio, we can't show you them, but both of them are pretty good. So yeah, so you can go look them up Yeah, and she's also in the remake of Friday the 13th, which
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
which is a not.
Is that not the good one?
No.
Okay.
I mean, any remake. However, Evil Dead's remake is great, so go watch that if you're in the mood for a remade horror film that didn't need to be remade.
Yay. So, Piranha 3DD. Let's do some out there scores.
Okay. How many?
Tinnies out of 10.
Can't use that one.
Can't use that one.
How many double D's out of 10 would you give this film, Jack?
I think I'd give it a solid 5 double D's out of 10.
Okay.
I'd give it 38 double Ds.
Okay, I will give it 7 gun legs out of 10 because it's better than the first one, and there are gun legs which make it infinitely better than any other film we're ever going to watch.
You know what time it is now, Adam?
Hammer?
It's time for a game.
Right, that one.
Unfortunately, you're not editing this, so that's going to stay in.
Do you want to do that one again?
Do you know what time it is now, Adam?
Chico time. If it helps, there are no more songs about time.
We have 50 minutes because Heather and Hannah are meeting us, remember?
Oh, we're fine.
It's fine. We've been going
Okay.
for maybe
25.
half an hour.
25.
Okay, there you go.
Do you know what time it is, Adam?
No, Nick, I don't know what time it is.
It's time for a game.
Jack, theme tune.
Theme tune, Jack.
The game. Dun, dun, dun.
That's actually
That's
fairly
okay.
alright.
All right, thank you.
So as always, we're playing Quick Make a Movie, and this time
This
is
time it's Jack's.
This time it's Jack's turn.
There it is.
So, as in previous weeks, we do a countdown from 5. 2 of us say a character, a film, a TV show, a location, a concept, and the third person has to make a movie out of it in 2 minutes and tell us the plot.
Right, so let's think of some things.
Okay.
shall we? Would you like to head behind the blue barrier to think behind them, Nick?
No, I have mine
You
already.
have yours. Wow.
What,
I
someone's
have my
planned ahead.
character.
You got a character.
I've got a character.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Do I
say-
know said character?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, I've got to try and beat Wallace from Gromit from last week because that was a good one.
But wait, can it be 2 characters?
Yeah,
Okay.
and you have to make a movie with them in.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking I had to combine them somehow.
No.
Okay. Right. Ready?
Ready?
On for 3?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Geralt.
Geralt of Rivia.
I was so worried we were going to do the same one then.
So Adam said Gandalf, and I said Geralt of Rivia, The Witcher.
Okay.
So Jack, have a think and come up with an amazing movie starring these two.
Okay.
Boop, boop, boop.
Boom, 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 boom. Da-da, 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 da-da. Is that copyright?
Not if you sing it. I feel like it's going to be like Happy Birthday, or is Happy Birthday the one that...
That's out of copyright now. Universal lost it.
Ha.
Da-da, 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 da-da.
Oh!
I'm surprised they didn't do a Happy Birthday film just to keep the copyright.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready, Jack? I'm
Yeah.
ready to hear this movie. Go.
Okay, so Gandalf is obviously going on the quest with the hobbits and the Fellowship of the Ring to go and get rid of the ring. And as they're walking along, they go into the mines as per usual. Yeah,
As you do.
as per the film. And obviously the Balrog shows up, and Gandalf does the whole "you shall not pass" thing. And all the hobbits run away, but Gandalf is still standing there because at this point he hasn't fallen off. Bit of a deviation from the film, and suddenly a portal comes out of nowhere. The portals from The Witcher.
Yeah.
I thought you meant from the hit game Portal.
No,
No,
not
from The
one of
Witcher,
those.
the magical portals.
And Geralt comes out and says something like, "Oh, I hate these damn portals," or something in his very husky tone that I can't do. I'm not going to try and replicate.
Oh, I hate these damn portals.
Give us a go, Jack. Just
No, I'm not going to.
Just do it. Just do it for the internet.
No,
The internet
because
loves
I
it.
know that if I do it, you're going to edit
I'll
it
clip
in.
it.
Exactly. And I'm not doing it.
it'll be top and tail of this podcast. Ooh, I'm Jack. Ooh.
Okay, so anyway, and so Geralt obviously comes out, says his line, and Gandalf turns around and runs away or something. So, actually, no. Cut that, because I don't want him to run away. I couldn't think of something good for...
Thank you. Cough break.
And so...
To you too.
and
Might
so
not been doing that actually.
He was.
And so Gandalf turns around back towards the Balrog and shouts, "Oh, help me with this" or something. And so Gandalf and Geralt fight the Balrog together and win. And so Gandalf never becomes Gandalf the White. He just stays as Gandalf the Grey.
He never helps the Fellowship again.
Nope.
They all die.
Yep.
And he goes on adventures with
Exactly.
Geralt.
However, no. Apart from the last bit, because Geralt then helps the Fellowship, and Gandalf does his own thing. Whatever, I don't care about him. But Geralt goes and helps the Fellowship, and so it's not actually. Can't remember her name. Is it Eowyn, the daughter of the King of Rohan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I assumed you'd know, so
Eowyn,
that's why
yeah.
I asked. So instead of her killing the dragon, Drake, whatever, it's actually Geralt.
The Witch King.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Geralt. Because I like to think that...
But then you don't get the
I don't
female
care. I don't
empowerment
care.
bit from Return of the King.
Because Geralt
Do you hate
killing...
women?
Jack, why do you hate women?
Shut up.
Clip it.
No. Yeah, because I like to think that the Witch King is
And
like...
what is the name
cool.
of this
Oh,
film?
Yeah, cut
What a
that
name.
out.
What is the name of the...
Look, you've angered the Balrog now.
What is the name of this film, Jack?
The name is... what is the name going to be?
Lord of the Rings, The Wild Hunt.
No, that's so shit.
Lord of the Hunt.
Jack, you can't swear.
Are we sure we can't hear that?
It
Hey
should be
audience,
fine.
now we've got a backing track for our podcast.
Sorry if you can hear that, but there's someone in the next room being very loud with a bass guitar. So sorry if you can hear that on the
If
mics.
it gets any louder, you might hear me bang on the wall.
But back
Anyway,
to
the
name.
film title, Jack.
Yes, the film title. I think it would just be... I don't know. I brought it back like I had a title, but I didn't actually have a title. So I can't think of these things. I'm trying to think of what some of the books are called. All I can think of is Last Wish.
Okay, thanks, Jack. That was a really good title.
Yeah, we'll just cut out all of that
We'll
about...
add one in later.
Just scream it and I'll put it in.
Okay. Well, Jack, that was a really good title, and that was the end of Quick Make a Movie.
Jack, outro theme song.
Which I just stole from another podcast.
It's alright if you sing it though.
Yeah, exactly.
Do we want to do Super 8 now on trailers, or trailers and finish on Super 8?
Let's ask the audience. Oh wait.
As the sole audience member, I think we should do Super 8 and then finish on trailers.
Okay. We tend to ramble on trailers, though, so we'll just have to cut off at a point, rather than, I think it might be better to end with Super 8, so we end with a score, then outro.
Yeah, sure. Well, okay.
I've
we can
not
do that,
got
yeah,
much
sure.
written on Super 8 apart from how much I'm going to gush about it.
I mean,
I love
yeah,
it.
sure.
Okay.
Wait 2 secs, because I'm gonna
Trailers.
come up with the. I don't think they're gonna be below. Yeah.
I don't know, it felt like it was coming up.
So we'll do
worked.
Godzilla first,
Oh, yeah.
then we'll do Avengers, and then I'll say, now for a better superhero film, and we'll do Brightburn. Okay?
Name that I keep getting wrong every time I tell people that this film exists.
Brightburn, yeah.
I'm Burn Bright, Red Bright, Burn Red. I
Evil,
can never get it
evil
right.
Superman.
Evil Superman.
Roy from The Office is a dad.
Yeah, he plays a good Jonathan Kent in that trailer. Talk about that in a minute. I'm very excited for it.
Are you ready, Jack?
I'm just gonna say the title of it, like Return of the Rivian or something. I don't fucking know.
Say the title.
No,
now.
because
Oh,
can you just redo it without the
what's-
title so
what's
that
he
Adam
called?
can just cut the entire title bit?
What's he called?
No.
He's what's he called in The Witcher? He's called The Witcher.
The
Isn't
White
Witcher,
Wolf.
the White Wolf.
he?
Oh yeah,
Wizard and
instead
Witches.
of the White Wizard, called the White Wolf.
Lord of the Rings and the White Wolf.
That's a great title.
Is it?
Just don't say Lord of the Rings. Just be like the White Wolf and the White Wizard. Electric Boogaloo.
Sure.
Okay, say that.
So the title is The White Wolf and the White Wizard 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Wow, Jack, what a great title.
Fantastic. It didn't take 20 minutes for you to come up with that one. did it?
Hey, I take my time with these things.
Anyway, that was Quick Make a Movie. Outro, Jack. Outro song. Yay. Now, it's time. Now it's the time in the podcast where we look back at the three most. Now is the time in the podcast where we look at 3 trailers that have come out in the previous week.
I want to do a fun sound for this.
This week.
Trailers! Right, there you go. Just so I know where this is because of his edit.
Okay.
That might stay in.
My alert.
Because I have to find where you've said Lord of the White Wolf
yeah,
or whatever
yeah, fair
in
enough,
all
fair
of
enough,
this.
fair
So if
enough.
I hear the word trailers written in bold, I'm going to find it.
Fair enough.
So this week we're looking at Godzilla, King of Monsters, Avengers Endgame, and Brightburn.
Ooh.
So we'll start with Godzilla, King of Monsters.
I'm so excited for
Loved
this
it.
film.
I loved the first one,
I'm-
even though Bryan Cranston's only in it for 30 seconds. I still loved it.
I'm pretty excited. I still haven't seen the 2013,
Worth it.
is it 2013, 2014
14.
Godzilla film, because it just kind of passed me by. I was never bothered by it. And when the first trailer, the Comic-Con trailer came out for this Godzilla King of Monsters, I was like, I don't really care. But this trailer really hit me, and I was like, oh my god, look, it's Hydra, it's Mothra, it's the pterodactyl one, it's all of them. Oh!
It's going to be good.
And it looks pretty cool.
Well, I think my favourite thing about it is just the scale of everything.
That's what they nailed with the first one, is he felt huge, which is hard to do with a CGI lizard. They nailed it, and this is just like, oh, he's even bigger now.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. There was just like, there's a bit where like loads of planes are going past with, I don't know what the Hydra Dragon thing, whatever it is called.
The Hydra, I think it's just called the Hydra.
No, I swear it's...
Hydra King?
No, I'm going to have to look it up. But
I think it's the name that sounds like Godzilla, but isn't. Like, it's got a G at the beginning and then something else. Fact checking on the podcast. Da 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 da. I am
King Ghidorah.
That was it.
That's the one.
Ghidra?
Oh,
Ghidra.
Ghidra.
I'm just going to call it Hydra, because it is a Hydra.
It's a Hydra. It's so cool.
It's pretty
really
cool.
excited. I loved. What I liked about the original trailer was when they showed Mothra and you saw its wings. It just looked really pretty. I don't know. It's like, oh, Mothra.
I never got how Mothra could be a big scary monster, because it's just a moth. But in this trailer, it looks really cool.
Yeah,
It looks really
one of
good.
like the semi-good guys.
Yeah.
I think from what I vaguely remember about this lore.
Because I remember there's a Godzilla versus Mothra movie from ages ago. But I think the plot of this one is like the world's governments and armies are using Godzilla as an ally against the new monsters that have come out.
Which I'm glad they're doing, because that's what I felt like they were going to do, because it's their whole Godzilla universe. The Zillaverse.
Is this connected to Kong Skull Island?
Yeah.
So
At the very end of Kong Skull Island, in the post-credit scenes, they go into one of the caves, and they show cave paintings of all the monsters.
Ooh.
So man and the monsters are at the same time, and they show like the final one. After they show Hydra, there was an even bigger monster, and it's Godzilla, and everyone was like praying to him. So I was like, So that allegedly there is going to be Godzilla versus King Kong. That is in the works. And allegedly, there was a rumour when they first made the first Pacific Rim film, it's all owned by the same company,
Ooh.
that they were going to do
Pacific Rim
Pacific
robots
Rim
versus
Kong.
that.
See,
Which is just amazing, because it's so dumb.
I'd be excited for that if the last one wasn't terrible.
Oh yeah, the last one's...
So, if Guillermo del
So-
Toro is back on board
Well,
for it, which he
that's-
never will be
that's
because
what
he's
he
got like a
said.
million films in the works.
It was like the rumour was when he came on board for the first one, it was like, oh, he likes monsters. Oh, monsters, you say? I'm so excited for this film. I hope it's not crap. I really hope it's
I mean,
not
it doesn't
crap.
really matter if it is. If the CGI is good, which it looks to be in the trailer,
yeah.
It will
then
be no,
that's all that
even
matters.
even if it's not a good movie, it'll still be one of those you can just turn your brain off and watch monsters beat the stuff out
That
of
is
each
the
other.
one criticism with the Godzilla 2014 is there are a lot of sections where it's just people, which is like, eh.
no one wants. To
I just want to see some giant lizards
But when the giant
hitting
lizards
each other.
are fighting in the first one, it's really good. So hopefully they've learned and kind of... That's why there's more monsters in it, is so there's more fighting and more punching and more blah, face beams and stuff.
The only thing with this is that do you think that there's going to be too many monsters? Because
Yeah, I
There's from the trailer. There's 4.
yeah,
There's Godzilla. There's the Hydra. There's the pterodactyl one, and there's Mothra.
I don't know. I just feel that.
So I think if it's like a 2v2,
Oh, if it's a 2v2,
2v2.
then fair enough. I was thinking that he was going to be like, okay, 20-minute section taking down Mothra, and then that's finished. All right, now we go on to
Yeah.
Hydra. And then...
I think it will start with Godzilla fighting Mothra,
Like Mothra
and kind of like
Awakens.
Mothra, like kind of joins, or like the government capture Mothra or whatever, make Mothra fight for them. But obviously, the main thing's going to be the Hydra at the end, and the pterodactyl thing is going to be like the Hydra's like sidekick.
Yeah, I can see that. Kind of like how there's two monsters in the last Godzilla film. The Mewtwo's, which are really cool. I'm really excited. I like all the. Do you remember the underwater bits in the trailer? They were really nice. When they're like looking for, I assume, Godzilla.
Yeah.
Because he lives underwater. They look pretty. Like it's almost like Atlantis, the cityscape it was. So I hope that's something cool.
Yeah, so we're all pretty excited by the looks of Godzilla, King of Monsters.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, and that guy's back from the first one who said no, let them fight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the guy from
When
Inception.
he came back on, it genuinely like, oh, I got a chill. I was like, oh, hope he says a line again. So ill.
Aren't we all, Adam? Aren't we all?
Next trailer.
Next trailer is the long-awaited Avengers Endgame.
Bum, bum,
Ooh.
bum.
There's a lot of people very excited for this, including all of us, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because I know I said previously I'm not the biggest Marvel fan in the world, but I do still enjoy them. And I think if you're not excited for Avengers Endgame, then what are you doing?
Not excited for the title.
I'm not.
title's awful.
I'm not a fan of the title Endgame.
I mean, it's just really bland.
It is really
it's just,
bland.
And the fact that they were like, oh, we're not going to release the name of this film because it spoils Infinity War, but it doesn't. What does Endgame spoil?
That's the trouble.
I mean, if you haven't seen Infinity War yet, then
You wouldn't
it's
see
your
this
own
one.
fault.
Yeah, but it doesn't spoil Infinity War because you know that. I mean, I suppose.
It's actually just a throwaway line from
Yeah.
from the last Avengers film and Civil War. They both
Yeah,
start
at
both
some
says
point,
Endgame in them.
Tony Stark says we're heading towards the end game when he's learning about Thanos, and then in the last one, Doctor Strange says when they're on Titan, the planet, he says we're in the end game now. So it's taken those two lines and just turned it into this title, which is kind of okay
I like it.
that they've said it
links,
before.
but I preferred all the rumoured ones like Annihilation and Secret Wars because they're actual books. Like, oh, that's what they're doing.
I wouldn't like Annihilation. I think mainly just because that's a really good film that is
Oh,
probably
is it?
going to be better than this film. You know, Annihilation with Natalie
Yeah,
Portman.
it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like a
right.
Netflix original film, and it's so good.
It's
It's,
not-
one of the best films that came out this year.
Oh, right.
From what I've seen,
It's
I haven't
I've
seen
heard
it.
very good things about it.
I've
but
not
I haven't
heard
watched
that
it.
one at all.
It's got Oscar Isaac in it, hasn't it?
Ooh, I like Oscar Isaac.
Anyway,
Really?
Avengers Endgame. We don't really learn a lot from this trailer.
Yeah, there's nothing important apart from Hawkeye.
There's two kind of big things.
I swear to God, my lungs are going to come out in a minute.
Do you want some water?
fine.
Okay, good. I'm glad you didn't accept that offer because I realise that means that I'm going to get more ill.
So there's two things to take away from this trailer, really. The first one is Hawkeye is back
As Ronan.
as Ronin, so we can assume his family all died in the snap and he's gone mad and become a ninja.
Or it's his bow and arrows which died, in which case
Maybe.
that's why he's got a sword.
And the second one is we see Scott Lang, Ant-Man, back at the end, who got snapped in at the end of
No,
Ant-Man.
he didn't.
He didn't get snapped. He got trapped in the
Quantum
quantum
realm.
realm.
Yeah, and then
That's
everyone
it.
else got snapped, so,
So
no
he
one
couldn't
could
get out. So he's out the quantum realm. So we'll be learning some stuff about that, which should be interesting. But the rest of the trailer is just Captain America and Black Widow kind of being sad, and at the start it's Tony Stark lost in space, doing his gravity solo movie.
I heard the stuff that he's done for that.
Oh no, okay.
He did some training with divers to test like how long he could physically hold his breath for to get into the role, and he nearly broke the world record for holding your breath
really?
to do his scenes. Apparently,
Wow.
It was like a few seconds off, and he just came back up.
See, this
Allegedly.
is
This
why
is Instagram facts. For you.
this is why I want to be. I mean, I don't actually want to be an actor, but I think it'd be really, really cool if you were like a proper big actor. And so for getting into all of these roles, you could just be like, yeah, I need to learn how to do insert whatever you need to learn. Like Taron Egerton learning how to do
The bow and arrow skills for the Robin Hood movie.
Yeah, exactly.
That film is not very good.
Oh, is it not? Has it come out?
Yeah,
some
it's come
reviewers
out and no
I
one's-
listened to have seen it, and they've went, "Whoa, that happened. Let's never go and watch that again."
They're ruining my culture and my heritage. Nottingham born and bred. I should play Robin Hood.
Yes, I think you'd be much better in
Student
the role.
film.
Huh?
Yeah.
But another thing about this film, well, from the trailer, have you heard all the things that people are petitioning NASA to go and save Tony Stark?
What a mess.
Elon Musk is already on it. He's got a submarine.
Can finally use that submarine.
I'll put rockets on it.
So yeah, Avengers Endgame. We learnt the title. We learnt it's coming out in April, which we pretty much knew
It's
anyway.
always April.
Uh, Not learnt much, but we're gonna go see it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna be good.
I do like though in the trailer that they don't show much. I think they just like it adds to it more than it takes away.
I think it would have been amazing if they just put out a poster with the name and the release date on, and then no trailer.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you need a trailer to get anyone excited.
true.
I think showing people a trailer after Infinity War kind of takes away from the suspense and the excitement in some way.
I think though with the average person though, that if they see this trailer on Facebook, on Twitter or whatever, and then they see the release date, they'll be like, oh nice. But if they just see a poster, I don't know, like watching a trailer, I feel that gets people
But
excited.
also, I think they're really good. Marvel are really, really good at picking the right date to release the trailers. So I don't know if you follow it on Twitter. It's literally been for the last 2 weeks. Every other actor has gone, it's probably soon. And like, there's been like people demanding it and doing it, and it's like just before people stop caring.
Boom. Trailer.
Perfectly done. Although we had to watch it on Twitter because it wasn't on YouTube to begin with.
Yeah, which is weird. I don't
Well, no, because
understand.
they would have like uploaded it to both, but it would have taken ages to process in full HD on YouTube.
You think, but YouTube's back end. You think they would have pushed it to like a? I imagine that's how it works.
Plus, you can premiere on YouTube, which means that you
Yeah.
can upload it
Yeah.
and do all that stuff beforehand.
I would
and
have
then just
broken the
save.
internet if it just said in like 3 days premiering on YouTube Avengers trailer.
I don't know. I think it would have been better if it would have just dropped, rather than hyping it up to drop.
But yeah, Avengers.
So excited.
Now, next, we're talking about another superhero movie. Oh, wait, Jack.
Okay, no, I think I'm good. I felt like my stomach was going to really
Okay.
loudly rumble.
I'm gonna throw up. Hold on.
So next, we've got another superhero movie, arguably one I'm way more excited for than Avengers. Even though we're all really excited for Avengers, I'm super excited for this next one, which is Brightburn.
Made by our Lord and Saviour James Gunn.
It is produced by James Gunn.
Was it not directed?
Yeah, no,
It's
that's what I was
it's
gonna
not
bring this up.
directed by James
Oh.
Gunn, and it's not written by James Gunn. It's written by James Gunn's
Two brothers.
brothers.
Oh, is it because
Yeah.
he can't put his name on films for a while?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But it's produced by James Gunn. And Brightburn, the concept for it is, what if when Superman landed and was taken in by that family, what if he turned into a weird kid
What if he's a
and
psychopath?
went crazy?
Yeah.
It's a horror superhero movie, which is super exciting because me and Jack both love horror movies and we're both big superhero fans. And to see the genres finally being combined,
Yeah.
just from this trailer, it looks great.
Because the closest we've gotten to a horror superhero film up until this point is what? Maybe Blade and
Blade,
you were
maybe
very close.
Venom,
Last
yeah.
year, you would have been very close with New Mutants, but that's never coming
New
out.
Mutants is never coming out.
When it was released, like, oh, horror X-Men, cool, never coming out. At all.
I don't know
Like,
about this.
it's
I
still
mean,
on
I know
the-
of it-
There was a teaser for it
Yeah.
about 2 or 3 years ago.
It's still on the billing, but it keeps getting pushed back.
It's because
like
of the
Dark
whole
Phoenix.
Fox being sold.
Yeah.
I reckon it'll be pushed back one more time, and then you'll never hear it again.
Like Dark Phoenix is going to be like a launch title for Disney's interactive Netflix service.
Oh, is
Well,
it?
that's
That's the
not
rumours.
official, but
Oh.
that's what people are guessing.
Yeah.
But anyway, Brightburn, it looks amazing. Go watch this trailer.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It looks so fresh and so different. I know everyone loves the Marvel universe. The DC stuff has kind of gone
Rubbish.
downhill, but might be coming back up with Aquaman and Shazam.
I'm
But I
excited for
feel
Shazam.
like the superhero space in films is now so plain and bland and so repetitive, and there's no unexpectedness.
However, Infinity War did
There are some, there are some ideas.
Infinity War was unexpected and everything, but it still had the same feel as all the other
Yeah,
Marvel
fair
movies. This is something completely fresh and different, which I'm super excited for, because I feel like people are going to start getting superhero fatigue soon.
I don't know how we've gotten
I
this far.
think it comes and goes. It depends on what's presented to you. I think if it's like, I reckon round about Captain America 2, just before it, even I felt like, oh, it was a fair whack, and there was only 8 at that point. But then Russo brothers did Captain America 2, which is, it's darker, it's grittier, it's more violent.
Captain America 2 still the best Marvel movie.
I don't like that film at all.
You don't like it?
No.
It's the best one.
I think
I've
it's
seen
the
it.
best.
It's the best one.
I've seen it two or 3 times. I've seen it at least 2 times, and it just bores me.
It's a
I don't,
lovely spy thriller,
I
though.
don't
It's
care.
great.
I really don't like it.
In terms of superhero movie, it's not the best, nowhere near. But in terms of actual film, it is by far the best, in my opinion.
The hand-to-hand combat is great in it, but I don't know. I just
Real knife.
Yeah, that
That's
is.
the best
Yeah, I
bit.
do like that. But I don't know. I just don't. I just don't like it that much. I think that there's just like not even like as just as a film. Like take away all of the Marvel stuff and whatever, and not think about any of that. I still don't like it that much as a film.
That's
I think
fair
I think it's
enough.
okay, but
You're wrong, but it's fair enough.
That's your opinion, but it's wrong.
okay, cool. Glad we've gotten that established.
Anyway, back to Brightburn. Really cool. I like how it opens almost like a parody to Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Gee, the grunts are giving me a bad one. Why am I so ill? I was fine this morning. Jack, look down my throat.
Oh yes, I see. As a doctor.
I just patted the coffee on your face, personally. Where's that one? Right. You got 30 seconds before it goes again. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah.
It's like Pontypool.
Pontypool.
Anyway, I like how it's just basically an opening shot for shot of the Man of Steel-esque, like the clotheslines rustling.
Yeah.
And like, oh, there's a bit where he runs through all the washing on the clothesline, and then the mother's standing there. And I guess you're supposed to assume he's put it on like in Man of Steel, where he's wearing the cape as a kid. He's probably not. He's probably like killed a horse or something.
Yeah.
But I like. They all feel like comic book people, like the way they look, the way that Roy from The Office just feels like.
Roy from The Office plays the dad. I'm not
yeah.
sure what the actor's name is.
Nah, I've got no clue. But
But-
he's basically playing Jonathan Kent from Superman, and who's playing the
Elizabeth
woman is?
Banks is playing the mum.
Quote unquote Martha of the film.
Yeah.
But I love how it's not. You feel very uneasy throughout it, but you still think, oh, it's just a superhero film. But there's something about it throughout. You go, there's something off, and then it just takes a dive.
Takes a dive. It's like first creepy thing you see is the kid like chewing a fork, and it's really weird.
That's what it is, because that's like a famous Superman-esque moment where he's like, they realise how strong he is when he's eating, and then he bends the fork. It's like, oh, that's cool. Are they actually just going to do a Superman rip-off? And I was like, oh, no, the music's changed. I'm not okay with any of this.
And it goes really dark and really spooky. I saw it described as, what if Superman grew up to be a school shooter, but used his powers instead of guns?
I mean, fair enough. That's a pretty accurate description.
Yeah, but it's like a super intense horror retelling of that.
I'd say thriller as opposed to horror.
No, I can see the horror.
Horror
No, I
elements.
think there's horror elements, but I think as a whole, it's going to be a thriller.
I think there is. I think it's.
I think
it's thriller elements in a horror.
I think it's a horror.
Just like the bit going towards the end of the trailer, we have this diner worker who's like running around the building. Obviously, we assume she's being chased by Brightburn. Is that the
I think that's his
the
name.
superhero name, I guess. And then the next shot, you see she's covering half her face. So I assume, like, clawed
Something's
out, shot
happened.
out with laser vision.
And she's like locked behind this
Yeah.
metal door, and the metal door starts to denting, and you see like the red laser, which I assume is Brightburn's eyes.
And
and
you just see him standing there with these red eyes.
Yeah,
which are
he's
really
got
cool and
he's
terrifying.
got this kind of cape on that comes over his head like a hood.
it
It's
looks like
knitted-
it looks
it's
like
knitted around his face.
yeah,
like
it
a
looks
mask.
like a gas mask.
like Bane's
because it's
mask,
like a
but
yeah.
full
It
face.
looks really good. It's like a second in the trailer. You have to pause it to have a look at it, and it's quite dark.
Unless you look at the thumbnail, because
Yeah.
the thumbnail is also that screenshot.
But yeah, the design of it looks really good. It looks like a really well made film. It kind of looks like a small closed in
Yeah.
small concept horror, but with this superhero element in it.
like a much darker Chronicle.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say. Kind of Chronicle, or what's the other one I was thinking of? Doesn't matter. Cut that out.
Thank you.
I was going to say Hancock, but then that's not
Hancock,
dark at
no.
all.
That's the only other Superman clone I can think
Yeah,
of.
yeah, exactly.
Speaking of Chronicle, do you know what they cut out of Chronicle, which is like, because it was too dark to go in. It was too dark to go in for the rating. There's a bit in the film where he's testing out his powers and he breaks a spider apart with his hands, like with his mind or whatever. That's supposed to foreshadow what he does later. He does it to his dad.
Yeah.
They cut it out.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
like for the rating they were going for. It was just like,
Wait, what did they go for? It's a 15, isn't it?
yeah, but it's like properly you see it happen slowly, like his arms get stretched and then his
Oh.
head comes off and then his body gets ripped apart.
I haven't seen it. Is his dad abusive or something? Or is he just normal and this kid's a psycho?
His dad, if I remember, he has issues with his dad.
Yeah, they're like, it's not a
I don't want to
happy
say
relationship.
his dad's abusive, because I can't remember, but that might be it.
'Cause
He
I feel-
definitely, his dad and him definitely don't get on, and they
And
have
it's like in a moment
arguments.
of rage, he just kind of like grabs him in the air, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Splits him.
Because I feel like the racing board would be more okay if his dad, if he was doing it for revenge. Because I can't remember what it was, but there was like a film that came out.
Was it It?
No, I don't know. I actually have no idea what film it was. But basically, they don't like senseless violence.
Yeah.
But
right.
if you have like if they're doing it for revenge or for a lover or for some reason, they're a lot more okay with like gore and violence being
Oh.
included. So
I didn't know
interesting
that.
little fact. Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, well, I guess we're all really excited for Brightburn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
Brightburn.
though it's a horror film,
Super excited.
I'm
for
excited
Brightburn.
for it.
Super excited. I'm also really looking forward to, because it's about getting to the time where we should be getting a trailer for John Wick 3
Oh,
soon.
yeah,
I'm
we
so
are.
excited for that. Give
all,
it to me now.
all three of us love John Wick.
It's
We
my
love John Wick
favourite.
Chapter 2. We are so excited for John Wick Chapter 3. It's going to be insane. It's going to be amazing. We're going to time it, so we're going to watch John Wick 1, John Wick 2, and have it finish at like 1:45 so we can run to the cinema and watch John Wick 3.
Yeah, and
And then at like 2:30, 3 in the morning, we're going to record a special episode of Bargain Bin
right
where,
afterwards, where we can just gush
where we
about
can just
the film.
gush about John
and
Wick.
imagine all the views,
Oh, so many views.
so many clicks.
We love John Wick.
It's-
So that was trailers for this week.
Got it out my throat,
Okay.
I think. Yeah, that was trailers.
That was trailers. Godzilla, Brightburn, Avengers. All look pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Excited for all of them.
Not been a bad one this week for upcoming trailers that I've seen.
no.
Okay.
So yeah, let's get on to our final film, because we're only doing 2 this week. It is J.J. Abrams' very own 2011 Super 8.
Super 8. I chose this film this week because you two hadn't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing it when it came out when I was 12, 13, and I saw it a couple of times that year because I was in love with it, but I haven't seen it since. And I didn't remember much about it. I just remembered really enjoying it and remembering it as like a better version of Stranger Things. So it was really, really good to go back to it and watch it again because I really enjoyed it.
I loved it. Two things I've never seen: Super 8 and Stranger Things, which you think I would, knowing me. It's everything I love in TV shows, and this is brilliant. I'm really worried that I'm going to watch it and not like Stranger Things now because this exists. But
Wait, you haven't seen Stranger Things?
I went to go start it, and I was like, oh, they're doing some D&D stuff. I like this. I'll get back to it.
Oh,
And then I watched Alan Partridge or something.
The first season of
Yeah,
Stranger
the
Things
first
is
season's so
very good.
Yeah.
Don't bother with the second one.
second season's okay, and it's the kind of thing that like I hope the third season is good because
Are they doing a third one?
yeah,
Yeah.
they've
Okay.
done like trailers and stuff.
Oh, right.
Wait,
I just
maybe
wanted
teasers.
them to do like an anthology thing, so they left the characters from the first season alone and went somewhere else with it.
to be honest, I think they could
How
have.
are they doing
They
a
could
third
have.
one? Because the guy, I don't know, don't spoil it. Well, you can, I don't care. The police officer, he's playing Hellboy now. Speaking of which, have you seen the pictures for him?
Imagine an actor doing two things
Well,
with
no.
their life.
Well, no, isn't it like the scheduling is quite difficult? I imagine for like a TV show versus Hellboy, which is a big.
I mean, it depends how
property.
demanding it is. Plus, also, like, just because it's a TV show doesn't mean he's being paid a shed load of money for
Well,
it.
but no, he's also changed his size. He's huge now.
I think
He
that's
was
gonna
pretty.
be
He
fine.
was pretty
yeah.
bulky because, like, in the first one, he was kind of podgy overweight,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he became in the second one. He became this like this hero cop.
Oh, okay, that's alright then. But yeah, I saw it a few days ago. It's him like walking down a corridor. He looks huge.
But is it him?
Is it that one? Yeah. Yeah, I think it was that one. There was one of him.
Damn.
There was one of him in motion. I can't remember where I found it, but it was like him with the coat.
Mm.
But it looked great. Hellboy. Ooh, I'm excited for that.
Anyway, Super
Super
8.
8.
Jack, did you enjoy Super 8?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like, I don't think I enjoyed it as much as you two did. I thought it was a pretty good film. Like there were some good elements to it. I liked all the kids were pretty decent in it, which I was not expecting.
Great
I thought
kid acting.
I thought they were
Very
going to be
good
pretty
kid
terrible
acting.
because it was only really like Stranger Things around that time that kid actors started becoming like really like quite good, and this was kind of like an exception. They weren't exceptional, but they were pretty good.
I think they were really good at playing bad actors, like bad kid acting
Yeah,
when they
so
were supposed to.
The plot for Super 8 is this group of friends who are trying to make a little zombie movie on like their dad's camera to go into a film festival, and they accidentally come across while they're filming this next to a train track, a train comes along and there's this massive train crash and they catch it all on film by accident, and a monster alien escapes from the train and starts terrorizing the town. So they're going around trying to complete this film. They're trying to complete the film they're filming whilst the town's in mayhem and the army's being called in. It's very much a love letter to old Spielberg films. E.T. and The Goonies comes to mind straight away when you're watching it.
Yeah.
And J.J. Abrams wrote it as a love letter to Spielberg, and Spielberg saw the script and was like, I'm going to produce this movie. So it's got Spielberg's name on it, and it's exactly what you'd expect.
They're the two directors when I think of, like, when I want a spectacle, I want these two to be together.
Yeah.
Speaking of inspirations for it, I was reading some bits about what Abrams said when making it. He really liked the idea of the thing, and the whole. You can't tell how big it is, the size of, like, it's all wavy.
Yeah,
and flat,
because
that's what the monster looks like, basically.
until the very end, you never see the monster in full. You never see it close up. It's kind of hard to see what it looks like. It kind of looks like this weird spider creature.
But the thing is that I think that's how it should have stayed.
Yeah,
because
that's
there
my
are
problem with
there
it.
are a few bits in it where you see it, and I think it looks really stupid.
I-
Like its face is what looks stupid.
Yeah.
The rest of it, where it kind of has, like, you know, forearms, some of it is like on his back. It looks really cool like that. But in terms of, like, just its face, it looks
I
kind of
think
stupid.
that's the weakest moment of
Yeah.
the whole movie. They tried to do this, like, E.T. thing, like, it's not really evil, it's just lost and wants help. But it didn't really work for me.
No.
That's the weakest moment of the film,
I
is
would-
how they resolve it at
I
the
would be
end.
quite annoyed when they, because I like it when you could see it, but it was only for like 2 frames, like, because an object moves in front of its face. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I sort of remember what that looks like, and then it's right in your face, and it's just, I don't know if it's a CG for the time, because some of the CG shots are really cool, like the train stuff. That's really well
The
done.
train stuff is really good.
I think they
But
blew
the face
all
for
their
the
budget
monster
on that.
The face of the monster is just not great. I don't know. Even though it's supposed to look weird and alien, there was just something about it. I was just like, no, just keep it hidden. Did you like? I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that sense.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I
I
wasn't
don't
sure
know.
whether you were
That's where I
going
was going with that sentence. What was your favourite part of the film, Nick?
My favourite part is the whole sequence with the train crash, right near the start. You both just, like, rolled your eyes,
Yeah.
because I think you two are going to say the exact same. Because it comes out of nowhere, you don't expect it, and it's this amazing scene where you're just watching this train being destroyed and flung about. There's explosions everywhere, there's carriages rolling about, and it's these kids with their film equipment, like, running about screaming, almost being hit by train carriages. It's insane, it's intense, it's so loud, and it's so over the top, and it's just a great scene,
I
in
love
my
how it
opinion.
escalates so quickly. You think what happens is a pickup truck drives onto the train tracks and just hits the first carriage, and there's a small explosion. You think, oh, okay, it's just going to stop that. But no, suddenly then the front bit explodes, and then the other bit explodes, hits the other one.
All the carriages kind of back up into each other and derail.
Flung into the. My favourite bit is like a Rube Goldberg machine, where one trailer smashes into like an oil tanker. So the oil tanker's like at 45 degrees, and then another trailer just hits the back of the oil tanker and it flies off, and then just lands and explodes. It's the sound. There's something about the sound there. I mean, it's like a gong. I loved it. I love it so much.
Just caution, if you watch Super 8, like, when you see the train on the tracks coming, turn your volume down,
Oh, yeah.
because it suddenly gets extremely loud, which is kind of the effect and the point, and I love that, but it is very over the top, and
And I
it
think
does hurt your ears.
There's like
I
a
think if-
grating bit. It's like that's pretty intense.
I think if it went on for maybe like 10-20 seconds, it'd be okay, but it doesn't. It goes on for like a full minute.
It's like
of
it's
just
like a minute and a half of
explosions.
explosions and these trains being flung about.
It's super cool. I like how there's the fake out in it. There's like, oh my god, there's some blood. And I was genuinely worried that there was a kid dead. And I was like, oh, I've grown to like these characters. I was like, no, don't be the fat one. I liked him. And then they appear like, who is dead? And it's just a makeup box.
It's just a
It's
makeup
like, oh,
box they
thank
have for
God.
that film.
That was very kind of Goonies-esque. Like, oh, kids aren't dead. That's what I loved about it.
One thing which I really love about this film as well, if you watch it, stay for the credits, because
Yeah.
throughout the credits, it it plays next to the credits the film that the kids have been making throughout the movie, and it's great.
I love it how it's full of like references that students would make to other films
Yeah.
in it. It's got the
Like
Evil Dead stuff.
The Romero,
The Romero,
the
yeah.
Chemical Company. It wouldn't be Evil Dead because it's set in 1979.
Yeah.
Or maybe they knew. They knew too much.
But yeah, Super 8 as a whole, it's got so much charm to it. It's got so much nostalgia. I just really enjoy
It's
it.
got like kind of that 80s. The villain is a villain. You know, he's an evil army officer. And then you just learn throughout the film he's more evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, although he does have a redeeming thing at the end where he protects the kid, well, distracts the alien by shooting at it whilst the kids can escape.
Well, no, because that's to save himself. Because
Yeah, I thought
he
he
was
was
gonna,
trying to
he was
save
gonna,
himself. Oh, was he?
yeah,
I-
because the kids are locked in like the back of the school bus, and he doesn't let them out, and he just
No,
tries to
it's
run
because-
away.
It's because he doesn't have the key. Because the guy who had the key was the first guy who got like eaten, so they couldn't have the key. And I saw it as him being like, "Oh, sorry, kids, I want to help you, but there's nothing I can do." And then I thought that he was like distracting the monster because he saw them trying to escape.
No, I think
No,
the
I saw
guy,
it as,
guy
like-
from the front was like, the keys are over here on the floor,
Oh,
and
was
he
he?
kind of looked and was like, nah, and just picked his gun up and tried to get away himself.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
fair
saw it
enough.
as kind of like, I'll save myself. Can we talk about how lax army security is? When they were filming, they're filming a scene outside the teacher Whitbourne?
The guy
Whitbourne?
who drove the pickup truck into the train and caused the explosion was a teacher from the school, a biology teacher,
Yeah.
who had suspected that there was an alien being transported on this military
No,
train.
yeah, he
Spoilers,
knew.
He
because
knew.
he worked with the company and he was like psychically bonded with the alien.
Yeah.
In the middle of the film, the army go in to like raid his house to see if they know if he's got any like material on the monster. And the kids just stumble across these army officers all around a house and just film a scene there. And one of them's dressed in army fatigue and got the little hat. And no one like from the army are just walking behind him. No one goes, "Why are you filming?" Until the main bad of the film just looks out a window and just happens to see them there. I love that. That's the charm of like a film in the 80s where it's like it doesn't make sense until it's supposed to, and that's what I loved about it. There was these just made me really happy.
So Jack enjoyed Super 8. Me and Adam really liked it. So scores.
How many derailed train carts out of 10 would you give it, Jack?
I think I'd give it a solid 7 derailed train carts out of 10.
How many white weird Rubik's Cube things out of 16 would you give it, Nick?
Out of 16, I'd give it 13.5/14.
Ooh, that is a good number of weird white Rubik's Cube things.
How many?
It's hard, isn't it?
How many Super 8 video cameras would you give it out of 10? Which is what the film's named after.
I was wondering why it was called Super 8 until the film. got
Because it's
going.
like the kind of the film reel they film on and the projector they use. It's like all a Super 8 brand. That's what it's called.
Oh, is it the brand?
Yeah, and that's what
That's really...
like J.J. Abrams used as a kid when he was like doing his little movies.
Oh, cool. I would give it 16 Super 8s out of 10 because I've forgotten how many you told me to give it.
Okay, so Super 8, check it out. Check out Piranha 3DD.
If you want to.
Watch these trailers, especially
really good.
Brightburn.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Get on that.
And I guess we'll be back soon.
Soonish.
Soon. I think we might be on a break for Christmas.
Does this count as the Christmas episode?
Merry
Sure.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
everybody.
Christmas episode. Put that in the title.
I've been Nick.
I've been Adam.
And I've been Jack.
We'll see you soon. Goodbye.
We're on Brayford Radio, and remember to contact us at thebargainbin@gmail.com. Bye.
Bye.
We have to
Bye.
put that in.
Yeah.
Done. Do you want?
you coughed on my dab.
Do you want to just do so you can cut this in at some point? Listen to Brayford Radio. Get in contact on Twitter at Brayford Radio and on Instagram at Brayford Radio Station.
Get hold of us on the YouTube channel with the Bargain Bin Podcast at gmail.com. Jack, do you want to say something?
No, I'm alright.
Okay.
Plug.
Good job.
Good job, kids.
Woo!
I ain't no fucking kid.
Stop fucking kids, Nick.
Yeah,
Oh God, that's on the uncut version. Oh no!
You
The
sound like a
cheese.
fucking gnome. Like,
You've been
You've been gnomed.
Adam, do you want to get pizza?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes. I haven't had Domino's in so long.
We're getting it on Friday, aren't we, for Christmas?
More pizza, more.
Yeah, exactly. Double the
Fuck it,
pizza.
mate. Oh, while we're here, we've got internet. Let me just check when my Amazon delivery's coming.
Oh yeah, no, it came. I picked it off you.
Oh shit, cool. Need to wrap that shit.
Okay.
He just like opened the door and was like, there you go. And I was like, cheers.
This morning?
No, it was just before I left.
Oh, okay. Because I remember this morning I heard someone open the door. I was like,
Oh my god, Jack.
What?
My arse has gone so numb.
I slept till 2 o'clock today.
I slept for a solid 12 hours and then went back to sleep for another like hour as well. I've been getting so much fucking sleep and it pisses me off. Like
Only you can be angry at sleep.
Well, I don't need 12, 13 hours sleep a night.
Did you pause? Did you stop the recording?
Oh yeah, sure.
Hi guys.
Yeah, you and Michael.
Can you help me unpack this?
What is that thing?
this cable.